and welcome back to our channel. Got another video, camping, as you can probably see, prep for hiking the Appalachian Trail. So I want to talk about our cook system. Brady and I are hiking together and splitting gear between the two of us in things that we'll share, but some of that is kind of, I guess, a little bit different than normal. And so yeah, we want to share that. So let's get into it. First of all, don't worry, I will put the weights for things up on the screen somewhere and in the description I will make sure and link and give pricing for those items. Again, just a preface, I look for sales and deals, so I will list full price, but be watching for a blog post to come eventually when we have everything that is going to go into detail of what we actually spent and where you can get yourself some deals as well. So, all right, cook system. First, Brady eats meat. I am a vegetarian, so most of our meals will be separate, but occasionally together. You know, we both love like some good shells and cheese. But anyway, this is our pot and our stove. It is the MSR reactor stove system. Yeah, this little guy, and the pot that fits with it. And we do plan to replace this piece with, not this because this is massive, but this is what I've got right now, and I need to get the one we will be using, but a small Sea to Summit microfiber towel that's a little bit bigger than this, but that we can use to like wipe down the pots and our cook pouches and those sort of things. So yeah, we're just going to replace this guy with one of those that's a little bit bigger and store it in our pot with our fuel as well. I don't have fuel in here right now because it's sitting somewhere else in the house, and we'll have to buy new fuel anyway because you can't fly with it. So smaller Sea to Summit version of a trek towel, pack towel, something like that, really lightweight. So I'll make sure and list the stove's weight, all of that stuff, don't worry. But yeah, so you may be thinking, that's not your traditional stove. No, it's not. It's heavier. So I did backpack camping, which wasn't really backpacking. It was like we hiked in and then stayed in one spot for 2 weeks with my brother back in 2016 in Hawaii. And this was the stove that he brought. I never even got my stove out, which was just a little cheap Coleman stove, which I have used since then, but never even got it out. This was his system that he had, that he brought, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I loved it. It boiled so fast. We shared the water out of it, and we did multiple, like, he do his own meal, I do my own meal, or we just dump a ton of stuff in the pot and do one combined meal. It boiled so fast. I mean, it was easy. This flame didn't blow out. You didn't have to have a windscreen or anything like that. I loved it. It is not going to be traditional. It is not ultra light, but again, we're not ultra light hikers. And yeah, I just am confident in the stove that this is. So that is what we got because I like it and it works well, and yeah, fantastic. So that's what we've got. I've got the 1.7 pot, so that way we can cook a shared meal in it if we want to do that, or we can use it for water to separate into other things. Other things being coffee in the morning, or hot chocolate, or instant breakfast, or any of that stuff. So we each have one of these, so we can have coffee with our breakfast, or tea, or whatever, tea with dinner, you know, whatever. So these little pop-out mugs, they're the Sea to Summit X mug. So we've got those to boil, put water in, yeah. And we've got these, which are going to be a bit different than what you normally see. These are Stasher reusable silicone pouches. These are the kind that stand up on their own, so they have a wider bottom. And we are going to use these as our own pots, or bowls, I guess, and cook, except I can't get it open right now. We're going to cook our own meals in them. I sealed it too good. There we go. So dump whatever the food is that we're going to be eating, dump it in here, add our boiling water, seal it up, let it cook. Essentially, reusable cook pouches is what this is. Something we haven't talked about yet, but we are, especially me, trying to do this hike more sustainably, which is not normal for through hiking. It's usually a lot of rubbish, a lot of plastic, a lot of use and toss. So yeah, I don't like that, and I really am trying to limit plastic, single-use plastic for sure in my life, and it's not something that you do overnight, but I'll get into another video later with that. I know that again is also not going to be normal, but we're going to use these, put our food in here, since we'll be eating separate meals. Again, I'm vegetarian, he's not. Separate meals. And then we can have our water, boil it, dump it in here, and let those cook while we set up camp or whatever. And then also be able to have water for coffee and that sort of thing with these. So yeah, these are Stasher brand. We do plan to test them. You know, dinner at home, test it out. We've also got 2 long handle spoons so we can get down in the corners of the bags. Brady's got the Toaks Titanium, and I've got the Sea to Summit spoon. So yeah, we've got 2 long-handled spoons to use with that as well. And I believe that is our cook system. Yeah, that's it. We plan to use a combination of I've got some backpacker meals that I got really cheap and discounted, or we've bulk bought some to save money as well, and that we can then make our own meals from. Also try to do it a little bit healthier. I know I'm going to have a little bit of a harder time just because of being vegetarian. Getting protein is not quite as easy. Can't just grab a beef jerky stick. And so, yeah, want to do it a little bit healthier if possible. And yeah, so that is our cook system. I think so. I think that's everything, which is a little bit crazy because I definitely feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think that's it. So if you're hiking this year, down in the comments, please let us know what cook system you are using. If you're not and you like to camp, what do you use? Do you try to do it sustainably? Do you reuse things? Do you just use what you've got? You know, yeah, love to hear all of those fun things about adventures in the comments, and yeah, hope to see you out there. Bye!